What's going on, Jerome? It's a beautiful Sunday. Birds are chirping and stuff, and it's time for another Vikings news dump. So it is Sunday, July 21st. That means that rookies and selected young players will be reporting to TCO Performance Center Bar and Grill. Veterans will be there on Tuesday, and we're back. Now, obviously, things are happening with a somber note, with Khyree Jackson tragically, passing away. So that will... Yeah, I mean that will hang over the team, especially since it is his fellow rookie teammates reporting on Sunday. This will be the first time that they're put in front of the media talking about Khyree, and it's going to be. On one hand, it's very heavy. On the other hand, it is exciting that football is back, and I'm sure these guys want to get back together, get back on the field, and just get after it and dedicate the season to Khyree. And of course, hey, Diamond Dallas Turner, please sign your contract. That's all, man. That's all. JJ McCarthy at the 3M Open, apparently taking a little bit of a swim. It's no big deal. Now, I'm glad that my quarterback can swim because... I don't know. Like this could have been really stupid, but apparently JJ McCarthy is just Aquaman. It's pretty good diving in. It's a good thing that pond is deep. No wonder my ball always goes in there. But McCarthy, bro. I don't know, man. This just seems like youthful exuberance. Just fantastic. It's also really funny to see, though. But McCarthy. Actually, I kind of hope he had his phone and his wallet in his pants because it's a learning experience as he acclimates to the professional game. I don't know, man. But yeah, JJ McCarthy. Hey, I don't see Caleb Williams or Drake May diving in the drink. No big deal. It's fantastic. Also, fantastic is, hey, ain't no workout like a McCarthy and Thielen workout because there are multiple ones. Yeah, so our guy White Media doing some great things there. Adam Thielen getting a couple last workouts in here in the great state of Minnesota before he has to go back to South Carolina. Come on and raise up. Also, J.J. McCarthy looking good. Now, it's just a matter of time. I'm going to find some place that would allow me to put a jelly bean or two down on Thielen being a Viking. Now, obviously, I'm going to need some odds, right? So, could I get 20-1 that Thielen is a Viking at any point this season? I'll take it. Or 10,000 to 1. So if John Mellencamp ever wins an Oscar, I will be a very rich man, which is not that terrible of a bet because if you think about it, John Cougar Mellencamp could do a soundtrack to a movie and he could win the Oscar for best original song. It's like 3 6 Mafia won an Oscar for Hustle and Flow, I think it was. They gotta stay fly. Till I. But that's awesome. I love that piece of trivia. So, what am I talking about? Oh, so odds on Thielen being a Viking point this year. I'm not saying, I'm just saying, hey, they brought in a coterie of wide receivers to try and replace Thielen, even though he had some good chemistry with Bryce Young last year. Dave Canlis was not the coach last season. That was Frank Reich for a while. So it's a new regime. It's a new day, new dawn, and Thielen is guaranteed the money either way. Could the Panthers cut him and save $1 million in cap space and also the offset of the Vikings re-signing Thielen on the league minimum? Crazier things have happened. Get your 19 jerseys out. I'm back home. That's right. We'll see. Also seeing Diamond Dallas Turner. Like we said, please sign his contract. So Turner did up a autograph session with our friends Fan HQ over the weekend. And can someone please just forge his signature onto a contract? I understand that probably violates laws, but take one for the team. That's all, man. So Turner on the left, posing with some Viking super fans. Our guy Sir Skolt there on the right. Turner's on the right. Turner's left. Just looking good. Also, I love the fans that showed up rocking the Dallas Turner. So Turner with a bunch of rookies at the Pinnacle Rookie Premiere was asked to draw the Vikings logo from memory, except he cheated. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. And that's what he came up with, which is hilarious. And then they turned it into a T-shirt, which is fantastic. So you can knock Fanatics for the quality and caliber of the product, especially how they handle the Major League Baseball thing, but can't be mad at capitalism. I mean, come on, man. So yeah, Turner signing things. Hopefully he signs one more thing today. Not saying, I'm just saying. Somber note. So Turner also put on his Instagram beautiful photo, beautiful tribute, former Alabama teammate and Vikings teammate Khyree Jackson. So Turner in the nameplates above the lockers, Turner's got the 1-5, rocking next to Andrew Van Ginkel, and also he took Khyree Jackson's and posted above his locker. I mean, that's probably gonna stay there a long time. I mean, maybe throughout Turner's career. So it's a beautiful homage to his teammate here with the Vikings, former teammate at Alabama, and just love him. And you could tell, like, of all the Vikings who have posted tributes and memories about Khyree, Turner's probably posted the most. And their ties go deep. Playing, being teammates for a number of seasons, playing on the same side of the ball, and I mean, that's all part and parcel, man. Yeah, so great things from Dallas Turner. Also, something great from Vikings photog Andy Canutis, the legend stud. So the Vikings rookies. So when they do their headshots, that. All right, so I'll let Andy explain it here. Before the chaos of camp begins, I'm sharing a project from the spring that I never got around to posting. The rookie headshot is one of the first times a player is photographed and introduced to the world as an official member of the Minnesota Vikings. This headshot, while practical, does not usually express much about the player other than his appearance on the day the photo was taken. This year, in addition to the headshot, I asked our draft picks to choose a photo from the camera roll that is meaningful to them to share with the fans. Link in my bio for the photos online. So, the photo of Khyree, it's tough to see here, but it looks like Khyree embracing someone, a loved one, and I'm sure that we'll get the full backstory at some point, but yeah, I mean, the realization of a dream and also taking a circuitous path to get there, but he made it. I mean, Khyree Jackson was drafted and he was in the NFL, and it's just a shame that was cut short. But I think about it is like, it really is a shame that it takes someone's passing to really hear all the stories of how wonderful they were and how much they were appreciated, and what they brought to the table in terms of personality, just light, and just making the world a little bit better. But Khyree, rest in power. Fantastic stuff here from Andy Canutis. Also fantastic. So Nick Muse. Nick Muse is legitimately funny. Like, if you had to do a poll on who would be the funniest Viking in recent memory, Nick Muse would be up there. Amir Smith-Marset would be up there as well. And frankly, Stephon Diggs would be up there too. But no one will let him date their sister or something like that. But Muse, who's been on one a little bit in terms of like the social media over the offseason, but flight canceled for obvious reasons. Actually, I wonder if anyone's travel is going to be impacted, reporting to TCO because of the Windows outage. I don't know. But I thought it was so funny that like Delta, American Airlines, United were all just down, but Southwest is just like, whatever. We are running off a Windows 95 in a closet in Studio City. F you. That's right, man. But yeah, Nick Muse, flight canceled, one more day with the mother, Shannon C. Muse. She just looks so excited about that. And also what's great is that Nick Muse had a knee scope, a little cleanup. He should be 100% to start training camp. He's a guy I'm rooting for, and he's a bit of a dark horse in the tight end competition. With Hawkinson potentially up on blocks, I know about. Yes, Oliver, the blocking tight end. Johnny Munt, the coach's favorite. Bobby Tonyan, been there, done that. But Nick Muse, your company's computer guy, could he get something going? Guess we'll see. Also getting going. So Kevin O'Connell on Friday was in studio. K-Fan, the Power Trip Morning Show, playing the Initials game, very famous on the show. And plus, you can tell like Kevin O'Connell is like a super competitive dude. Like he portrays this laid back Southern California, 6'5" sort of super dude, surfer dude. Whoa, right? But you can tell like when he was getting beat down, when he wasn't getting any traction, like he was taking it personal. Like you could tell like he was about to flip the switch and just like completely go just get after things. But it's good to see. And also I feel like Too many coaches. I think this might be an old school mentality. Treat the media as the enemy. I mean, the media. So sometimes the media can overinflate their importance and be like, Skip Bayless, Stephen A. Smith, but that's another kettle of fish. But I like when coaches treat the media fairly because, frankly, I think that the Vikings beat writers are fantastic because you do have to balance things. And I know that some of the beat writers get poop for not being critical of the team. You have to balance access. And I'm sure they have their opinions on things, but their job is to relay facts, not to editorialize. That's what columnists are for. That's what podcasts are for. That's what all these random things are for. But the Vikings media does good, and Kevin O'Connell, I believe, is fair with the media. He doesn't get into coach speak often. I think he does tell the truth. I think that he is open more than most coaches. Zimmer, not so much. But again, I think it's more of an old school mentality because I think O'Connell is of the newer school, and he understands that the media is a conduit where he can communicate and build relationships with not only the media, but also with the fans and also with his players. Because, I mean, players say, like, zero dark 30. We're just tuning out all the media. Baloney. I mean, they're just as curious and online and dialed in as every single one of them. And if they don't have an online presence, they got burners. A bajillion %. 100%. Well, when a player says, "Oh, I don't pay attention to the media or social media," baloney, man. But what am I talking about? Oh, so it's cool that Kevin O'Connell does this, but also, if you can do this when you're winning. So hopefully they win this year. That's all, man. Lastly, so there's been a clamoring for bringing back the hot dish. I'm not gonna lie. It's a bit of a D-dragger in terms of time commitment, but considering it. And did up a trial run for bringing it back. We did up some smoked salmon. So cured and smoked salmon for I guess this could be Seattle week. But the thing I like is I love smoked fish. It's fantastic because a little bagel, a little cream cheese, a little bit of capers, just winning the day, man. It's fantastic. And the thing about it is, like, smoked fish, buy commercially, like, especially if you get, like, really good stuff, it's really expensive. We're talking about $40, $50, $60 a pound if you're talking about, like, the really, really good stuff. And also, it's usually not the highest caliber of fish. And also, I mean, there's a lot of additives, preservatives, and blah, 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 right? But curing this is fantastic. So just old school. So just got a random fillet from Aldi, which their fish selection quality is actually quite good if you look into it. But we basically got like a 2-pound fillet. We cured it with sugar, a little bit of brown sugar, a little bit of salt, and miso. We dialed back the salt because miso does have sodium content as well. Now the curing, which was going to be at 36 hours, except I forgot about it. In the fridge. You ever just forget about things? And it turned into like a 60-hour cure. What the curing does is, draws out all the moisture and really concentrates those flavors, because you see from, the fillet on the top versus the fillet on the bottom, like a lot more red, a lot more concentrated. And then just did a quick smoke. I was going to cold smoke it, but I was on a bit of a time crunch. So just toss it on the Traeger at 180, cherry wood pellets for about an hour and a half, and did like a miso and mirin and chili glaze just right at the end for 15 minutes to really tack it up, baby. My darling, can't get enough of your love. So also, why am I like this? Since I'm like a logistics nerd and also like a spreadsheet nerd, I calculated it out. So we basically got like 2 pounds of fish, and with the fillet, with the salt, sugar, miso, mirin, blah, 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 as well as pellets and electricity, it costs about $20.50. And we yielded about 25 ounces. So roughly it was like $1.15 an ounce. So commercial fish are like $3 to $4 an ounce versus $1.15. Plus, the quality of fish, what you put into it, and also it gives you a hobby, because I feel like a lot of people don't have enough hobbies. And I understand that having a cold beverage or two and smoking some meat is like the stereotypical like midlife crisis male hobby. I don't care. I don't want to play golf. I don't want to play pickleball. I'm trying to resist it as much as possible. All my stupid friends are getting older. Like, hey, you know what's great? Pickleball. Hey, you know what else is great? Shutting up. That's all, man. That's all. Anyways, that's it. Vikings News Dump for this beautiful Sunday. You guys are the best. You know what to do. Skol, production value.